Yes, hello. It is I, the Spartan Sheep. Yes, I know it's a stupid name. But yeah, as you could tell from the title, this is going to be a bit of a different type of video about my friend and how I managed to convince him that I broke into his house. I did not actually break into his house, but I did manage to convince him. So our story begins when I was basically just bored at my house. And my friend was coming home from school because he just finished up his final exam. And he was going home. He was like, so I basically just texted him. It's like, yeah, okay. I'll get over here quickly. I'm waiting at your house. And that's just where the story begins. And I was like, yeah, haha, I'm waiting at your house. I did not know I was going to take it as far as I did. But yeah, I mean, after that, I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, sure. He's like, why are you at my house? Just jokingly. It's like, yeah, I'm just bored here. Dog's kind of freaking me out. I'm really lonely. There's nobody here. It's like, ain't responsible. Well, there should be a bunch of people at your house. Well, there's nobody here. No one. It's like, but what about all the workers? They're not here either. It's like, your house is your kitchen's still being renovated. I can see that. It's like, how can you see what's inside my house? The windows are covered. That's because I'm inside your house. And at that point, he was just going on his way home. And at that point, he literally just calls me. He just calls me on his phone. He's like, actually legitimately worried that I may or may not have broken into his house. Because of all the people he knows, I would probably be the #1 person to have done it. Just to mess with him. But yeah, he just straight up called me on my phone. And then he's like, okay, I'm actually worried now. I am speed walking towards my house right now. And I'm just having the time of my life. Just laughing my head off. Because I managed to trick him so much. And at that point, it's like, yeah, I'm just here in your house, hanging out in the basement at the moment. Nothing much to do here. And he's just, for like the next 5 minutes, I'm just talking to him and laughing my head off. Making him think that I'm in his house. And he's just like, bro, I don't know if you're lying or not, but boy. And it gets pretty good. It's like, yeah, it's like, I just saw your dog a while ago. I saw your cat a bit, oh, I can see your cat right now. And at that point, he asks the question that completely makes me completely fool him. It's like, what color is my cat? And at this point, I think it's like, oh, he's figured me out. And I was like, black? Eh. And I was wrong. It's like, there's not a single piece of black on my cat. So I try to make up something quickly to make him think that it's like, oh, cats, they normally wander around outside of people's houses and just walk around and stuff. It's like, oh yeah, that probably explains why I was outside. At that moment, everything just fell into place perfectly. I have no idea how to do this. But apparently, the day before, my friend, he saw a black cat outside of his house, just walking around. And at that point, it's like, oh my gosh, we're in my house. Because of that one random offhand comment, I managed to completely trick my friend into thinking I broke into his house. And I'm just laughing my head off at this point while on the phone with him. It's like, oh my gosh, you're in my house. But he's still like, there still should be people there. It's like, no, still nobody here. Then he checks where his mom and dad are. Then he remembers where they are. He's like, oh yeah, my dad's at work and my mom's at a doctor's appointment. There is no one at home. Oh my gosh. You're in my house. You're in my house. Oh my gosh. How do you get in? I just think like, well, there may or may not be some broken glass on the floor. Maybe or I broke in through the window. I did not actually do that. Just mess. At this point, he's literally just sprinting towards his house. And I just walk around in my own basement, opening and closing my own doors to make it sound like I'm walking around in his house, in his basement, and just checking what's in a room. It's like, what's in this room? Just open the door and it's like, ah, nothing. Close it, make it loud enough so he can hear it over the phone. It's like, oh my gosh, that it sounds exactly like the door in my basement. Well, I guess it shouldn't sound like the door in his basement because it's a door. Doors sound like doors. But this took place over a course of time of around 20 to 30 minutes. I had him for nearly half an hour thinking that I was in his house, just sitting there in his house with nobody else around. I just kept walking around, opening and closing doors. It's like, what's in this room? Then I wound up the stairs like, I wonder what's up. Let's see. Okay, so I'm upstairs now. I'm just doing all of this just to mess with him. This is the greatest thing I've ever done in my entire life. But yeah, he was literally sprinting towards his house, just basically kind of panicking and sort of not sure if I was actually in his house. But he literally thought that I was in his house, because he's kind of stupid. But yeah. But eventually he says like, yeah, I'm not in your house. Yeah, no, I'm fine. I'm not in your house. I didn't break into your house. But I had him going for the longest time, and that... I'm a terrible human being. Anyway, if you want to know who that friend was, his channel, his name, his main friend, is going to be down in the description below. And tomorrow I should be uploading another video of something even more stupid. So my anime club's karaoke night. Stay tuned in for that, and remember to like and subscribe and whatever. I don't care. Just give me subscribers. Share this with everyone. Tell everyone you know. Or else I'm gonna pretend to break into your house, just sitting in my basement, doing nothing. Yeah.